Okay, Gravy, so after everything that's happened, here we are, back at your favourite cricket ground, the recreation ground here. How do you feel about everything that's gone on this last 24 hours?
First of all, I have to say I'm apologising to the world about what happened at the Sir Vivian Richards ground. The groundsman, it was a sand pitch. That adds another beach to our collection, which is 365, so we're now 366. So every leap year we still have that beach for anyone else. And unfortunately, we have to come back to the Antigua Recreation Ground, where I always missed for the last couple of years.
So what's different about cricket here as compared to at the Sir Vivian Richards, from a fan's point of view?
Well, at the Antigua Recreation Ground, everybody looks forward to make sure that they say that we need to get back to the Antigua Recreation. Everybody comes here hoping that we'll see Gravy on stage doing what he does best, and at the end of the day, they move to the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium, which makes us a problem because we can't have the atmosphere that we're accustomed to have. Unfortunately, this thing happened at Sir Vivian Richards Ground, and we decided to come back to the Antigua Recreation Ground, and everybody's looking forward for the best of it.
Now, you made your retirement. Tell us a little bit about that for people who didn't see, because you made a particular farewell to this ground. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, in the year 2002, I spent 12 years in America, come back here, did 12 years, and decided to retire in the year 2000. Myself, Curtly Ambrose, and Courtney Walsh, we decided to retire the same year. Unfortunately, Courtney Walsh had to keep on to get his score to the top of his line, 205, I think, record. And we decided, okay, send him on and let him do it, and then we depart together. But at the same time, you know, the Antigua Recreation Ground is a special place for everybody. Everybody looks forward. You have 95% of them, the Bermudans come to Antigua, and they come because Gravy was in charge, doing the thing that he loves to do. They entertained me. They took me to Bermuda, spent 10 days there, just because of what they have received from me in Antigua, and I was proud of them to do that for me.
Tell us a little bit about the dress you wore on the last time you were Gravy at this stadium.
Well, the last time I was banned from the ground because I didn't have any chance to do what I had to do. I did when Malcolm Marshall made 50 runs, and after he made 50 runs, I went out there with a long bag from the gate, collected his 50 runs, gave him the idea that he can go on because he's lighter than before, and 2 deliveries later he was bowled and they blamed me for it. So when I decided to retire in the year 2000, I said to myself, no one will ever know exactly what I'm going to do. So what I did, I prepared myself, decided to marry to this ground, and when I went out there in my wedding gown and said farewell to everybody, the whole crowd came to the front of the stand. That is the most flashes I've ever seen in my life, just to see Gravy retire in his wedding gown.
And that was a white wedding dress you were wearing?
Very much.
Yeah. And of course a lot of people around the ground today, quite interesting circumstances being here for this match, but one of the talk around town at the moment is this going to be the moment for Gravy's comeback?
Well, everybody's looking forward to that, and the problem I have with it, that the officials of the Cricket Association who met me and said, you have to come back, and I don't think that's the way to approach anyone. If you're into something, is that you meet somebody, you call with them and say to them, Gravy, can we speak with each other and let us see exactly what can make it possible? Because England people is my favorite people and Australia people is my favorite people. And when these 2 people is in the Caribbean, I look forward to be a part of them, to make sure that they're happy. They can go back and say, I met Gravy, Gravy signed my autograph. He's so special, he's so different, he doesn't even sound like an Antiguan. And that makes me feel good.
But you're not ruling out a surprise for us in the next 5 days?
Well, there's no surprise. It's like I'm just waiting to see what happens. I have 24 hours to take care of this, and if I have to do what I have to do to make sure that everybody's happy, I always do that. And all I can say, be prepared. If it happens, that. If it doesn't, don't blame me, but just think positive and accept for the years that I've done for you for 12 years, still in your memory.
Thanks very much indeed, Gravy.
You're very welcome.
Enjoy the game.
Thank you very much.